Have you actually like sat with yourself and wondered, like, why can't I work harder? And it's not to degrade yourself and put this immense amount of pressure on yourself. It's like asking this haunting question. And it's not that you're lazy or anything of that sort, but like it's understanding what hard work really means, as well as where it's supposed to be taking you. See, let's break this down. If hard work alone actually determines success, we all know this, then the donkey would own the farm and not the farmer. But hard work by itself doesn't guarantee anything but sweat, because it doesn't necessarily make you special because it's what everyone is required to do. It doesn't separate you, it doesn't exalt you. It just exposes the fact that you have to grind through difficulty just to get something that another person might not have put in the same effort or the same amount of time. And whether you're seeing that in your life or you see a friend, they work at one of the big five firms while you're still struggling to even get your article signed off on, or you have a roommate or a family member working for way less than you, but they have the car already. And this feeling of working harder but falling behind, it builds up this shame that you have, because you think if you can't grind harder and you can't grind more, then you are failing. You're morally failing at something. But the shame that you're feeling isn't about necessarily the hard work that you're not doing, it's about resistance. You see, the people that you envy, it's not just about them working harder, it's that they have adjusted their relationship with resistance. They brace themselves for the cold water, the long nights, the nights of being hungry, the nights of being stressed. They realized that no amount of extra hours actually matter if you don't eliminate the resistance that stops you from actually aiming higher. And resistance is simple. It's the highest level of enjoyment you've allowed yourself to experience and allow yourself to believe that you deserve, in comparison to the amount of work you're willing to put in to actually get there. Look at it in this sense. Some people's idea of a celebration is going out to eat at a restaurant. Every milestone, they'll go out to eat. Another person will find excuses to drink just from accomplishing nearly anything, right? And so their ceiling of joy, that's where their work ethic essentially ends up stopping. It stops around that particular ceiling that they've set. Now you compare that with somebody who aims to go and get themselves new things. They work hard so they can get a new phone, a new watch every few months. They work hard so they can actually get a car. And it's not to say what particular car they're looking for. They just want to have the car. They just want to have the bigger apartment. They just want to have the better clothes, the better cutlery, the newest gadgets. Their ceiling is to obtain, quote unquote, once in a lifetime, and essentially they can actually repeat this, once in a lifetime experiences. So their grind is naturally different because their ceiling has moved. Saving for fast food and for drinking and buying consumable items, that's cheap. But saving for a trip, saving for a car, saving for a new gadget, a phone, a watch, some expensive clothes, maybe even putting money towards investment accounts and stuff like that, ensuring that you get your dividends, that requires more discipline and strategy. And because the ceiling is raised for enjoyment, so is their effort. And that's what many people actually are missing. Not just what you work for, but what you allow yourself to imagine as worth working toward. And you get stuck, right, if you're just working to survive. You're working to afford your Netflix, to grab the latest PlayStation game, to go to the movies, to go out to this and that restaurant, to go out to this and that club. And there's intrinsically nothing really wrong with that. But the problem is that is your ceiling. That is the measurement your brain uses to quantify your work. And you can only put in as much time, effort, and focus to reach that ceiling. Now, should you raise it, when you will say to yourself, survival isn't enough, just being comfortable isn't enough, and you want something bigger, I want to live at a higher level of celebration, your brain is forced to recalibrate because it now understands that there is a new baseline that you need to work towards. And that is what you'll work for. And suddenly, you don't have to start forcing yourself to work harder. You start aligning your resistance and your rewards with a vision that's bigger than going out every weekend, binge eating, binge drinking, binge watching an entire series on Netflix. You won't despise the hard work because you'll end up respecting it for what it is, the uncomfortable bridge between where you are and the level of life that you believe you deserve. So when you raise your ceiling, your grind towards it will naturally rise as well.